Hiya guys, here's a versatile little 10-minute one for you. Creamy mushrooms on herby garlic toasts. Not many ingredients and you only need a pan and a George Foreman to do this. But if you don't have a George Foreman, you could just use any heavy based frying pan. So you need some mushrooms, some olive oil, some garlic, a slice of bread, any bread, some salt and pepper for seasoning, and some dried herbs. Start by putting a little olive oil into a large size wok or frying pan. As this is gently warming up, prepare some garlic. It doesn't require a lot, I'm only using here one good sized clove. Fine dice some and pop that into the oil, making sure it's not too hot so that it releases its flavours and sweetness without burning. You absolutely mustn't burn garlic, it's a horrible bitter taste if you do, and you'll know whether you have if it does happen to you, and I hope it doesn't. Mix together a little olive oil, some of the garlic and some of the herbs and a little seasoning in a small bowl. This is what you will use for the garlic toasts. Now take your slice of bread and cut it into 4 quarters diagonally. These are a good shape to use. Besides they're attractive, they grill well under the George Foreman and they fit and suit the plate well, because they form a nice outer layer on the plate that naturally, because of the corners, draws your eye to the lovely cream mushrooms, which are the star of the show. Next you want to select your mushrooms, and I find around 5 of these good sized fresh mushrooms is sufficient for one portion. When you slice them all up, pop them into your frying pan or wok. Give them a little stir round and leave them to gently saute away in the olive oil on a low heat while you prepare the garlic toasts. As you can see, I use a basting pastry brush. I think this gives a nice coverage, but you could use anything you have to hand. You simply want to apply the garlic butter to each of the 4 pieces of toast. Try to get it even and try to get it right to the edges if you can. Then simply put on the George Foreman and close the lid. Next, add a little seasoning and some herbs to your taste to the mushrooms and give them a nice stir round. They'll be beginning to soften up now and just take on a very, very light colouring. You don't want any great browning on these for this dish, it spoils the look. As you can see, your mushrooms now are soft and glistening and the herbs have all cooked out and started to release flavouring. It's time for the cream. I used about 1/3 of this little carton of soya cream in mine, but you could use any cream you wished. What I like about this soya cream is it's only a single cream equivalent. It's lower in calories and lower in saturated fat, but it doesn't split when you cook with it, unlike single cream normally would. Stir this in constantly until all the mushrooms are coated. You can leave that to gently simmer away some of the liquid to form a thicker, richer, creamier sauce, and the sauce will take on a lovely beige colour from the mushrooms and lose its whiteness. And whilst that's happening, you can check on your toasts. You can, if you wish, turn them toasts the other way over and make them crisper and brown and get the cross lines on the top. But personally, I think this level of brownness actually suits them, matches the mushrooms. Clearly you can see that the sauce has formed a rich sauce around the mushrooms that leaves the pan clear. So it's time to serve up. You pop your toast along round your plate and then you simply put the mushrooms in the centre. And as you can see, it forms quite an attractive dish. I used mixed Italian herbs in this, but you could use any herbs you have or choose. I like to decorate mine with just a sprig of fresh basil. It gives a nice aroma and an attractive appearance. And The clearing up, as you can see, is a quick wipe of a George and one pan. This would make a lovely starter, a breakfast or a light lunch. It's dairy free, vegan and costs 38p for this portion. I do hope you enjoy them. I'd love you to subscribe and thanks for watching.